Hey guys, welcome back to my little corner of the internet. Today I'm going to be filming my first trimester bump date for you guys, and I am only a little behind. I'm currently 16 weeks and the first trimester goes through about 14 weeks, so I'm, not right on time, but not so far into the second trimester yet, so I think I'm doing pretty good. If this is your first time here, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Katie, and thank you so much for joining me on this pregnancy journey. This is my second pregnancy. I also have a daughter who is almost 2 years old, which is crazy, and we are now expecting our second little one, so very excited to be documenting the process a lot more this time around and sharing it with you all. You might be able to tell that I am a little under the weather, so I'm a little stuffed up, have a little bit of a cold, and also just already out of breath from pregnancy. I'll show the bump at the end of the video, but it's not crazy big yet, but I'm already so out of breath, so I'm going to try to take it easy and not talk too crazy fast, but I always tend to get away from myself. So today I will be referencing my phone where I have all of my notes from the pregnancy so far and kind of wrote down everything I wanted to say for this update. I originally intended for this pregnancy to do a weekly update, but as they say, the best laid plans. I mean, I'm a mom, stay-at-home mom of a toddler with a lot of other stuff going on in my life right now, which you can follow along with on Instagram. I won't get into it here. But, that just didn't happen, so sorry about that, but I am going to do a trimester update for each trimester and a lot of other fun videos along the way, including my next video, which will be a gender reveal video, and I'm so excited for that one. So make sure you are subscribed to my channels and turn on the post notifications. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and I really appreciate the support. Comment below if you're pregnant and how many weeks along you are, what pregnancy this is. I love connecting with you guys and seeing where we all are on our journeys together. So I do have a video. My last video on this channel was a 2-week wait symptoms, and so that kind of covers the first few weeks of pregnancy leading up until finding out that I was pregnant. So you can go check that out and then come back here or watch that one later. But basically, my biggest symptom was bloating, and that continued for many weeks early on in pregnancy. By week 5, I started to feel the nausea set in, which I guess is pretty standard. That happens pretty early on for everyone, I think. And it was a lot stronger this time than my last pregnancy. So I'm very lucky that I never actually got sick. I know I don't really have too much to complain about, but what I did have was all day nausea. Just felt like crap all day long. With my daughter, I was having nausea, but only like in the morning or at night, and I was mostly okay throughout the day. But this time around, it was just all day, so I did a lot of eating, which is also pretty typical for a pregnant woman, but that was the only thing that would help me to feel better and to kind of make the nausea subside for a while. But like the second that food wore off, it came right back and I needed to snack again, because the longer that I waited, the stronger the nausea got and the less I wanted to eat. And so then I was like forcing myself to eat because it did help, but it just wasn't enjoyable. So it was kind of a catch-22, but luckily that didn't last for too long. I'm kind of skipping ahead now, but that subsided around week 10 or 11, so thank goodness for that. So my first OB appointment was at 7 weeks, which I think was around the same time with my first pregnancy. I think I went at 7 or 8 weeks for my first appointment, and at that appointment we had our first ultrasound and were able to see the little bean on the screen and actually hear the heartbeat. Since I was only 7 weeks and a few days, they weren't sure if we would be able to detect the heartbeat yet on the ultrasound, but they were able to, which just brings a huge smile to your face when you first hear that. And every time you hear that throughout your pregnancy, I think you just get so excited, and it just kind of gives you a moment of relief from all of the worry and stress that goes on during pregnancy. So that's always like a favorite part. And if you have never been pregnant before, you're just newly pregnant and wondering what's going to happen, during those early ultrasounds, typically only your first one, but if you have several very early on, they actually do like an internal ultrasound, so just be ready for that. It's not like in the movies where they just do it on your stomach because the baby's still too small to be detectable that way, I guess. So just be prepared to have something going inside you, which you should get used to if you're pregnant anyways. So the other thing with this being my second time around was that I am definitely noticing I'm getting bigger faster, which is what you read about, like the second and subsequent times you get bigger faster and faster and faster. So I definitely have noticed that to be true, and I don't know if it was due to bloating or actual growth, but by 6 weeks I was only wearing pants with an elastic waistband. I even pulled out my maternity clothes around week 8 and they were just still too big. Like, it was just ridiculous. So even though I was ready for that level of comfort, the clothes were still a little too big, and so I ended up waiting till like about 10 weeks, and you know, they're still fitting a little bit on the bigger side, but they worked more, so I was able to start pulling out some of my maternity clothes from last time around, and also still fitting into just my regular elastic waistband pants, which is very nice. Tops, I've still been able to mostly continue to wear regular tops. I just have to choose the longer ones because with maternity pants you need kind of a longer shirt. This is just a simple t-shirt, and it is a maternity shirt, but you can't really tell. I mean, you can kind of tell, but it doesn't have that like ruching on the side. It's just very plain, so you'll see it when I show my bump. The next big milestone that happened in the first trimester was that at 10 weeks we had the blood test done to find out the gender of the baby. So I already know what we're having, and you guys will know, like I said, in my next video we're going to do the gender reveal. So very excited. We had a couple reasons that we wanted to do it that way this time. Last pregnancy we waited until 20 weeks and just found out at the anatomy ultrasound. But this time wanted to know a little bit sooner, and so went ahead with the blood test, and we're, you know, really happy with how that worked. Got to know by 10 weeks. Definitely makes the pregnancy seem further along than it is, especially having waited until 20 weeks last time. It's like, I felt like I should be 20 weeks again finding out, but I was only 11 weeks when we got the results. So I feel like I should be 30 weeks now, and I'm only 16. So got a long road ahead of me, but that's okay. So overall, everything has been going really well this pregnancy. I mean, nausea is just, it comes with the territory, so I don't know, maybe there's a magical unicorn woman out there who just has no symptoms whatsoever. But in a way, in those early days, having the symptoms, it gives you a little bit of comfort to know, like, okay, whatever's supposed to be happening is happening, things are growing, things are going the way they should. So, you know, I guess in hindsight, you don't mind it so much. In the moment, you're wishing it would go away though. But overall, you know, cannot complain either of my pregnancies. I mean, this one so far, I've been really lucky and have, you know, not experienced too much discomfort or crazy symptoms or anything like that. My number one symptom that I've just had to deal with this time is fatigue too. Definitely have already felt the second trimester kind of getting a little bit of your energy back, but man, it was rough. I leaned a lot on my husband and my mom to help me with my daughter Avery, and just, I was tired. I just already feel like this baby has the sweetest spirit. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like this baby is exactly what I need right now in life, and it's gonna just be the personality that I need right now in my life too. So I guess we will wait and see, and obviously the personalities grow and change as the babies do. I've already seen that so much with my sweet baby girl, but I just have such a feeling this time. I didn't really have that in my first pregnancy, so maybe I'm just a more experienced mom this time around to be able to say that connection with the baby already, but I just can't wait. I'm so excited. I already can't wait to hold this baby in my arms and just have our family be complete. So I'm really excited for the rest of this pregnancy. Our current plan is for this to be our last baby, so you never know what might happen, but that is what our current thinking is. So I'm really trying to just cherish every single moment and every single symptom, good or bad, and just really take in this time of pregnancy and having my sweet little 2-year-old and just everything in life right now. I love connecting with you guys. Pregnancy is such a special time, and you don't always have someone in your real life that is going through it with you. This pregnancy, I'm lucky enough to have actually 2 really close friends who are also pregnant at the same time, which has been absolutely incredible. Just such a great experience. The first time around I didn't have that, so it's just been an awesome experience so far, and I can't wait for the journey to continue. I want to show you guys my bump. Like I said, I'm already 16 weeks, so a little bit past the first trimester, but I have been also doing weekly bump pictures, so maybe I'll insert like a few of those here so you can just see how it's been growing. And I need to figure out real quick where the best place to show you the current bump is. Okay, so this is not perfect, but it will do. So here is the bump. It's looking a lot smaller. It depends what I eat. Yesterday I swear it was like out here. But there it is. So definitely popping more than I was at this time last pregnancy. But I'm happy to have a bump because, like I said, it helps me feel like everything is going the way it should, and can't wait to watch it grow some more.